In this video, we will create a simple image insert tool. This video includes following contents. First, input parameters from console, connect to the database, create a products table on the fly, loop through all thumbnails files in the directory, finally insert thumbnail images to the database along with the full passes of the corresponding large images. The thumbnails will be saved in the database in base64 string format. There are two folders. The first one is thumbnails. The second one is large images. The thumbnails folder includes 10 thumbnails. Then the large images folder includes 10 large images which correspond to the each thumbnail in the thumbnails folder. In this tool, I am going to save these thumbnail images in the database along with the full path of the large images. Before start the coding, let's see the thumbnail image. Image size is 64 by 64 pixels. Corresponding large image, the thumbnail I just shown. Now we are going to save these images to the database. Let's start coding. I am going to create this image insert tool by using the console application. First, create a new application. Then select console app or here. Then click next. This looks good. Click next. Also looks good. Create. The project has been created successfully. Let's see the project. This project is very simple and there are only two items. One is dependencies and the second one is program.cs. This is the program.cs file. There are only console write line hello world. So first I would like to clean this page, clean this class, and then add some codes. Before going to further, here I am going to create one object. Namely, in the previous section, we have seen thumbnail images and the corresponding large images. Therefore, first, I will create one product object. In order to save time, I just prepared that product class. Therefore, I just copy it and paste it here. Copy it, paste it here. This is the product object. This object has several properties. Later we will create a table. At that time, this will become the primary key of the table. Then we have product ID, product name, price, thumbnail, and image, and created date, etc. But we have thumbnail. I defined it with string because I am going to save the thumbnail images in the database in base64 string form. Therefore, I just declared the thumbnail in string form. Here we see that we have product ID, we have thumbnail, and we have image path. Therefore, we need to input product ID and we need to input the full path of the thumbnail directory because we are going to save the thumbnail in the database. Therefore, we have to know the full path of the thumbnail folder or thumbnail directory. We need to know these full paths. Then we have image folder here, full image. We also need to the full path of the large image directory. Therefore, we need some code input parameter from the screen or input parameter from the console. Actually, I have also prepared that code in order to save time. I just copy it and paste it here. Enter full path of the thumbnail directory. Then we get the thumbnail directory's path. After that, it will be shown enter full path of the large image directory. When we input the large image directory, it will read the large image directory path. Then finally it displays in the product ID, then we get the product ID here. Okay, now we need to connect to the database. Therefore, first we need connection string. Actually, I have database here. This is the server name and this is the database. Therefore, I need server name. Just copy the server name, copy it. The Sigma DB, this is database name. Therefore, server name, user ID. Okay. I just created the connection string. Then, after I have connection string, I need to connect to the database and create the table first. Therefore, that table should be corresponding to this product object. Namely, I am going to create a products table. In order to create table, now I have connection string. Therefore, first I need to create SQL connection. Okay. In order to save time, I also prepare that code. So just copy it, paste it here. Now I have some error here. In order to fix this error, I need to install system data.sql client. Okay, go to NuGet packages, then okay, here this one, install, accept. Okay, it has been installed. Save it. Okay, it's resolved. Let's see the code. Since we have connection string, we can create SQL connection. This is the connection by using the connection string. Then open the connection here. Now we have connected to the database. Then first we need to check the database if there is a table which name is product. Therefore, if not exist, then we will create the table. Let's see the products tables columns. The columns of the table same as the property of the product object. Therefore, this ID being used as primary key here. Then, after we have create table query and we have connection here, therefore, we can declare SQL command, then execute non-query. Until here, we just created the products table in the database. Later we will see that. In the next step, in this stage, we just get thumbnail files. This is an array, and then large image files. This is also an array. Inside this array, we have all thumbnails files. Then inside this array, we have full path of the large images. Therefore, this means if we have a product, we might have several thumbnails and several corresponding large images. Because when we take picture, we take the front side, we take the back side, might be we take picture from the rear sides. Therefore, one product might have several thumbnails and several corresponding large images. Therefore, we get those files as an array here. Therefore, we should use for each loop here. Actually, I have prepared that code as well. Just copy it and paste it here. This is the thumbnail files. This is an array and we are using for it. So this is the first file, for example. Full path of the thumbnail. Then by using this full path, we are getting the thumbnail as bytes array. Then using this byte array, we can convert it to base 64 string. Then we need large images full pass. Therefore, we need to use here large images full pass, then get file name, because in the thumbnail folder and the large images folder, the file names are same. Now we have thumbnail base 60 costume and we have large image full pass. Therefore, we can create the product. For example, product ID. This comes from the console, and this is necklace, and this is the price, we just entered it, and then this is the thumbnail base 60 costume, and this is the image full pass, we just get it, and this is favor 0. Now at this stage we have the product. This product is ready to save in the database. Here now we have product. The product is ready to save in the database. Therefore, let's create a save image data function and put it here, call it inside the for each. Okay, actually I have created that function. Therefore, I just copy it and paste it here. Then call it inside this for each loop. Copy it and paste it here. Okay, this is the save image data function. The argument is SQL connection, then the product. After this, we just check the product. If it's not null, insert into the products. We have several columns here. We just saw that. This is the columns, and then this is the corresponding parameters. After that, we insert the product, and then here add the parameters, and finally execute non-query. Okay. Now let's call this function inside the for each loop. Therefore, then we just pass the product. That's it. After for each is completed, we need to close the connection. Therefore, the connection should be closed here. After that, we display some messages. Great. This is the message. Now, I have completed the tool. Let's build application. Build. It looks good. Now let's run the application. Before that, we check the application where it is. See the bin, debug, and the .NET 8. This is the application. This is the compiled application. Okay, let's rename it to image insert tool. Okay, just copy the full path. Now we are going to execute this executable file. Namely, we are going to launch the image insert tool. Before we execute this, let's go to the database and check the database first. This is the database. We just execute this query, but we get invalid object name products, meaning we don't have this table yet. Therefore, let's launch the image insert tool and see it. After the image insert tool is executed, first we need to input 3 parameters. The full path of the thumbnail folder, the full path of the large image folder, and then the product ID. Then it will be create the table and insert the thumbnail images and the corresponding large images full path to the database. Let's see it. Okay. Now let's execute it. Okay. Enter full path of the thumbnail. Okay, we have here thumbnail. Okay, just copy this, copy, and paste it here. Then enter full path of the large image directory. Since we have large image directory here, just copy it and paste it here. Now enter product ID, because we might have several products, product 1, product 2, product 3. Okay, now we enter product 1. Okay, and we execute it. It says all images have been saved successfully. Now let's see in the database. We just execute it. Let's execute this query again. Okay, execute. Okay, the data has been displayed. Namely, the products table has been created. Then all thumbnail images and the full path of the large images have been saved in the table. This is the primary key, and this is product ID and the product name, price, and these are the thumbnails in base64 string format. Then we have saved corresponding large images full file path here. And then we just entered favorite count is 0 at first, and then this is the created date. I will upload this project to the GitHub. If you need the code, please go to GitHub and download it. Thank you for your watching. Please subscribe.